Good morning. Today, what I'd like to do is I'd like to deviate from where we normally are with our military surplus firearms, which are not here right now. They're at the gun sitters for my vacation. But the what I'd like to do is talk to you about something a little more modern. And what I'm talking about is a Remington shotgun. And we all know the Remington story and what happened. And in 1816, they actually opened up shop and started making weapons. And they were the longest um, continuous producer of firearms in the United States. But in 2020, they had to shut their doors and they filed for bankruptcy and sold off everything they had. Um, some of it was, or maybe even a good deal of it was stuff that they had no control over. And it was a shame to see that happen, and it was sad for me and probably for others that hate to see something like that happen. Sometime after that, they decided that they were going to start making ammunition, and they made ammunition. They're 24 hours a day. Their factories pumping out ammunition, and that's a good thing because we all know anybody that has a firearm knows how difficult it is sometimes to find ammunition. And with this going in, it helps out. Um, the also the other people are making more ammunition also because now that the COVID restrictions on manufacturers has been lessened some, they're able to bring more people back to work and they're able to make more ammunition. And also, I believe, and this is my opinion, is that the COVID hoarding is lessening up, and the people were buying cases and cases of ammunition for fear that they wouldn't be able to buy it later on, and instead they just kept it, and it's stuff that they'll never shoot. There's no way you can shoot that much ammunition, but they have it anyway, and so hopefully we'll see a, a larger increase of ammunition in the pipeline. I know the price is not going down, but at least there's more in there. Anyway, back to the gun. In 1963, the Remington Company introduced the Model 1100. The Model 1100 had changes to it from the previous models, and it was just a natural progression to happen. Um, it it, is like its predecessors. It was a gas-operated, self-feeding shotgun, and it was so popular that it's the largest selling gas-operated, self-feeding shotgun in history. So that's good for Remington. In 1966, they came out with a lighter version. They had the LW, and then they followed that with the LT. And by a lighter version, what meant it came out in 20 caliber, 20 gauge, and what they did was they made the receiver smaller, made it more streamlined, smaller, so that saved weight. They also, one of the things that they did was they changed the stocks. They took them away from the walnut stocks and they made them out of mahogany, which I guess mahogany is lighter than walnut, and they changed the style. And this is the style here, which is a wonderful style. I guess this is called British Straight. Uh, that Anyway, don't break it. You won't be able to find another one of these. These are very hard to come by, especially in the 20 cal. So then they started making different versions of the LT. They came out with the trap and the skeet models. They came out with models in 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 28 gauge, which I've never seen a 28 gauge. I imagine it has something to do with skeet shooting or something like that. 16 gauge and the 410 bore. As a side note, one of the things is 1978, Remington got out there and decided that they wanted to see how many rounds they could shoot out of the LT, which the LT actually is a full size shotgun. The Out of the LT without it breaking down. So what they did was they ended up shooting out 24,000 rounds out of that rifle before it broke, or it wasn't able to fire anymore, and that record still holds. Um, the LT came out with a special version. That's what we have here. Is it's a special version, and this came out in 1983. In 1983, and what's special about it is that it's shorter, and the stocks are different. Actually, they still had the British stock on it. So it was a shorter model, and it's a 21-inch barrel, which is interesting because when they did come out with the kids model, or the youth model had 23 inches, so it's actually longer than, and the butt is about an inch and a half shorter, but the barrel itself is actually shorter. So that's where they came out with the special model. The special model, like I said, it comes out here. There's different things that are not necessarily specific to the special, but to these Remington 1100s. And what I like to do is I'd like to go over the different things on the gun. Remington, how do I know this is a 1983 version, so it's the first year that it came out. And how do I know? It's because on the side of the barrel, every Remington barrel is a 2-letter code. And the 2-letter code, if you look it up, first letter is the month, and the second letter is the actual year. So this has R and D, which makes it November of 1983. So that's how we know how old the things. It has a vented rib on it. It looks like it's a little higher, and if it's a little higher, that means that it's made specifically for shooting skeet or traps. The butt plate is the Remington 2-piece butt plate. It's got the lighter piece in here, and then the outer piece. It has beautiful gloss coating on it. When I was working on the Remington, I said, that would be a lot of coats of polyurethane, or what is it that's on it? And come to find out, at one time Remington was owned by DuPont, and DuPont used this special coating that they put on it that nobody knows exactly what's in it. So it's tough, it's waterproof, scratch resistant, it's all that, so it's pretty good. It's got some beautiful checkering on it, with the checkering that's up here. What it has is it's a gas operated system. So for those that don't know about gas operated systems, it's I think we talked about it, we did the SK, I think, before, by SKS. But what happens is when you shoot a round, it goes out, and some of the exhaust is vented back through. There's a place that catches it and shoots it back this way here, and it's up inside here. It's up inside the stock. It's part of the barrel, and what happens is it shoots all that air, pressurized air, back, and it causes the bolt to return to go back there. And what happens is there's a spring inside the stock. What that spring does is it pushes the bolt back forward again, so it picks up another round out of the magazine and chambers it so it's ready to go. It's efficient, it's clean, it actually decreases the amount of recoil that you have, and we use it in our military guns, and a lot of countries use it because of the fact that it's reliable and it's clean. So there we go. It's an 18 gauge. It's got the magazine up underneath the barrel. One of the things that's different about this is its bolt release is up underneath. The first time I did that, it scared me. I thought my finger was going to get caught, but that's the bolt release there, and you press on that when you go to load the magazine. The magazine holds 4 rounds and 1 in the chamber, so there's a total of 5 rounds. These are them here. They're just little bitty guys. This has 2 3/4 round is all that this shotgun can hold. They do make them in 3-inch, and if you have a 3-inch, you can use both the 3-inch and the 2 3/4. But if you have the 2 3/4, only the 2 3/4. And part of that is because of the situation of where the vent is for the gas operation, and also for the amount of discharge of air. I mean, if you shoot a 3-inch, obviously there's going to be more powerful jet blast coming back than if you had the 2 3/4. And we got it's got the double. It's got the double lens on it, that the balls that you use for lining up for your shot. And I think that's about it for the Remington model 1100 LT20 special. This is, I've been trying to find, I'm pretty sure this is the field version, the field model, because I'm thinking, and what the field model does is it's an all-around shotgun that's used for, you can use it for hunting quail, you can use it for shooting skeet or do whatever you want to do. It's a non-specialized, it's a general duty shotgun. And it's a lot of fun to shoot. So it's, anyway, this is going to be the last of the videos that I'm going to make for a while, I think, unless we come up with something while I'm on vacation. Obviously all my guns are gone now, and if I find something interesting on the road, I plan on going to some gun shows and doing some things, then I'll share them with you. But anyway, if not, we'll see you in March. Okay, thank you. Bye.